Hey everybody, I'm Molly and welcome to your practice. Today we're gonna do probably a 20-minute fascia flow flossing meets mellow embodied yoga flow. So just kind of a full body sweep, feel good, get you going for your day, or maybe a nice evening wind down just to move through your body. I've been incorporating fascia flossing. I'm learning from Bonnie Crotzer and it feels so good in my body. And this is a nice little combination of the two. So set up your space, grab either a bolster or 2 blocks. Some type of prop might be helpful. And then I always like to set up my space just to bring my senses, either some music or a candle or some room spray, oil. Let this be a practice that you can become present in and that you give as a gift to yourself so you can really nurture yourself. And we're gonna get started in our classic warm-up, which is our triple burner meridian. And this is a nice fascial opening. So come to tabletop. Bring your knees out a little bit wider and then lower down onto your elbows and forearms. Palms press into the mat. Take a breath just to fill up the back of the rib cage and soften through your belly. And then as you exhale, elbows draw back towards your knees. They're not actually gonna move, but you feel that engagement through your lats and your traps, maybe your triceps. As you do so, exhale and bring your hips back towards your heels. Inhale to relax and come forward. Nose drifts towards your thumbs. And then exhale, elbows pull back. Feel that slight engagement as you sink your hips back towards your heels. So this is the fascia flossing. Inhale to come forward. We have our engagement of our muscle or myofascial component. And then we eccentrically lengthen back. So we elongate. A couple more just as a warm-up. You could also play your ankles by drifting your hips over towards your right heel for a few. Maybe your neck stretches in the opposite direction, and then a few over to the left. And we're creating this engagement and elongation to provide some tensile force so that our fascia can kind of realign. And I hope you feel really amazing in your body afterwards. If you stay consistent with it, you might find some awesome surprises with any old injuries or pain or just posture and patterning. Okay, that's enough for a warm up. So we're gonna combine that with a flow with our up dog and down dog. So take your inhale to shift forward, nose over your thumbs. Exhale, take one more triple burner, hips back to heels. As you inhale, lift your elbows up, come to a modified plank. So now collarbones are long, gaze out in front of you, feeling that core activate. Exhale, tuck your toes and glide your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a moment on this first round just to bend out your knees, walk out your dog, see what feels good in your body today, what it's asking for. You could also kind of shift into your hips and find a side body stretch. I think that always feels really nice. Good, and then our inhale, we'll ripple and round our spine forward, waving into a plank. Tap your knees down, and then we'll take a modified up dog. So energetically pull your knees towards your palms to engage the front of the core, and then thread your heart forward and through, gaze up. So just a soft back bend. Exhale, elbows drop, triple burner, hips to heels. Inhale, modified plank, collarbones are expanded, knees are dropped, and we're finding some length from our knees to our shoulders on the front of the core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, waving your spine. Exhale, tap your knees down. Inhale, modified up dog. Find that back bend of your choice. Start really gentle and keep that pull of the elbows towards the palms. Good. Exhale, elbows drop. Find that engagement as we elongate back to our child's pose. Inhale forward, modified plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple through your spine. You could make it one movement now as you tap your knees and take that full inhale into your upward facing dog modification. And then exhale to your child's pose. So one breath per movement. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, child's pose. So really feeling warmed up through the body. Take one more round on your own. You can always slow down or speed up depending depending on your day, depending on your body. Good. And then come to sit in Virasana in a kneeling posture. This is a good place for a prop if you'd like to bring the ground up to your hips. And let's get a little bit wiggly here. So bring your hands to the side of your body. And we're gonna close our eyes and just kind of shift, find some side spreading through the rib cage. Your ribs will move kind of in the opposite direction of your pelvis, just swiveling around. And instead of just doing side stretches, you could kind of take circles through your pelvis. Often we get so stiff and stuck in our hips and our pelvis and our back that it's really nice. You can switch the direction of your circles to just bring some organic movement, some unlocking here. Good, couple more rounds. If you're closing your eyes, you can really kind of inhale through center and exhale, feel your core engage as you spread across your rib cage, bringing that in the opposite direction of your hip. Inhale through center and let your hands be a little tactile stimulation to really feed into that spreading sensation, opening through the side body, dropping your head in the opposite direction to open up through your neck. Let's do one more on each side. Good. Come back through center. Let's stand at the top of our mats. You can bring the prop out of the way. So roll up your spine one segment at a time. As you get to the top, inhale, bring your hands interlace behind your skull and lean into the space behind you, pressing your hips forward, opening through the chest. So we want to grow up and then lean back a little bit instead of just curling back and kind of crunching through the low spine. So this is our inhale. Fill up through your rib cage, open wide with your elbows, wide with your collarbones. Exhale, bend your knees slightly, hinge your hips back, and bring your elbows and your hands into fists, elbows by your side. So kind of like a chair pose, but just not as intense with the arms. Inhale, stand, straighten your legs, interlace your hands behind your skull, open up through the chest. Standing back bend, and then exhale, take your chair pose variation, hands into fists, elbows by your sides, hinging back, feeling all these beautiful muscles in your legs activate, and see if you can feel the weight even on both sides. Okay, we're paying attention to how we move in our body, how we might compensate in one area for, making up for another area. And over time, those things can cause asymmetries, postural changes, injury. So feel your weight grounding evenly through both legs. Let's move back and forth between our standing back bend and our chair pose. This would be a really nice warm up for a workout too. And let's move through one more round. Good, come to stand. Find your prop. I'm gonna use 2 blocks. Take a wide step out to the side. So we're facing the long edge of our mat. And then fold down halfway. So spine is nice and long here. Toes might be pointed in just slightly and feet are really wide. We're gonna bend into our right knee. As you do so, think about squeegeeing your left foot in towards the center. So we're engaging the fascia on the inside of our inner thigh, but just very slightly. This doesn't have to be a big movement. Good, come through center. Release any squeegeeing for a moment, and then we'll switch sides. So bending into the left knee, squeegee your right foot in towards the center. And sit your hips back. This is opening through the right inner thigh. Relax through center. Maybe take a nice extension of your spine as you inhale. And exhale, bend into your right knee, squeegee your left foot in. And this connective tissue connects into your pelvic floor. So this could be really beneficial for your pelvic floor, your hips, your back. And all these fascial chains, research is showing that they're really lining up with Chinese medicine meridians. So they're just areas of really densified communication between cells. And in embryology, when we develop as babies, fascia is one of our very first tissues, and it just kind of spreads in different directions as we develop, and different parts of it differentiate into different organs or limbs, but the connection is still there because we kind of just start as a blob. So all these areas of the body have different connections with our organs, and this one is associated with your liver. Good, let's do one more on each side. Perfect. And we're going to turn this into a little bit of a flow. And our foot positioning does not have to be perfect. Just move in a way that's kind of intuitive for you. First, let's take our head hanging down. Take a forward fold in your wide stance. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your spine. Crown of the head tugs forward. And exhale, fold down again. Roll up your spine one segment at a time. Arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, take a warrior two. Bend into your right knee. Palms are casting shadows on your feet. Good. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand slides down your left leg, right arm up and back. Spread through that right side body. Exhale, side angle pose. Tap your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale, left arm overhead, extended side angle. Really long from your pinky finger down to your toes. As you exhale, turn that right foot forward, bend into your left knee, take a twist. Right hand lands on your block, left arm twist open. You could find that little engagement of the inner thigh. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up your spine. Find your star pose, arms high, or maybe you interlace behind your head again, opening through the chest. Exhale, warrior two on your left foot. Bend into your left knee, sink down. Inhale to reverse, right hand down, right leg, left arm up and back. Exhale, side angle pose, left elbow towards left knee. Inhale to extend here really long through the right side body, through the fingertips. Exhale, bend into your right knee, left hand onto your block. Find your side lunge with a twist, opening through the thoracic spine, reaching your right fingertips up. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to blocks. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Shake out your head and neck. Roll up your spine as you breathe in. Arms up and over. Exhale, warrior two into your right knee. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, full extended side angle, all in one breath. Inhale, twist, bend into your left knee. Left arm opens up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Roll up your spine, breathe in. Exhale, warrior two on the left leg. Feet are pivoting in and out as you see fit. Breathe into your reverse. Breathe out, extended side angle. Other side, bend into your right knee, side lunge, left hand plants, right arm twist open. Exhale, fold, down through center. Okay, one more round on your own, either moving through this cycle one more time on each side or finding any natural, organic, standing, swaying movements that feel good for you. See if you can find that connection with your body. So instead of just like seeking out certain shapes, notice how your body can be really active and you can follow your breath. So it's not a hard strain of your muscles, but it's that gentle engagement of your myofascial component. Maybe squeezing that inner thigh or feeling the core as you move through your side bends. Take one more halfway lift as you get through center. And one more fold. Releasing anything out of your head. Shaking out your neck. Good. Okay, come to sit. Blocks can go to the side. If you have your bolster, grab that again. Doesn't really matter what you're doing. And bring the bolster. We're gonna do a different Virasana kneeling situation. So I'm gonna bring it between my thighs and my calves, just to bring my hips up a little bit. Or if that feels a lot, we're gonna lean back onto our palms, by the way, and do a heart opener. If that feels a lot of a stretch for your chest, take out the prop altogether. So hips to heels, lean back, fingertips are pointing towards your toes. Okay, this is our kind of hero prep, but we're gonna combine it with a heart opening floss or a pericardium opening floss. So bend your elbows. As you exhale, you're gonna drag your fingertips towards your feet. They won't actually move, but find that kind of engagement through the front of your pecs, your chest, as you straighten your elbows. And this is very gentle. You might not feel a lot. I didn't feel this a ton the first few times I did this floss. Inhale to relax, by the way. Bend your elbows. Exhale, squeeze your fingertips towards your feet. as you gently straighten your elbows and gently open up across the collarbones and the chest. This tissue is very delicate, so don't go too far on this, just a slight coaxing back and forth. But often our fascia gets so kind of dense and turned off in certain areas because it is dense and it can kind of clamp down on nerve endings. But as we gently coax it open, you might feel more sensation either this session or next session. And feel free on your next one, as you straighten your elbows, push into the tops of your feet and shins and drive your hips up to the sky. Inhale to relax, hips to heels, bend your elbows. Exhale, squeeze your fingertips forward, straighten your elbows. Maybe push into your shins and lift your hips a couple inches. Feeling that front body engage and open. Let's do one more. Good. Release down, find your prop and sit onto it. Bring your feet out wide, so kind of a bear sit situation. We're gonna find a floss for our mid-back. This is connected to our large intestine organ if you're interested in the Chinese medicine meridians. But otherwise, it'll feel really nice for your back to spread open. So knees are wide, feet are wide, elbows come onto the inside of your knees, and find prayer hands. Start with a tall posture. Inhale here. As you exhale, knees will drag your elbows in. We're pushing into each other, but the knees will win. Good. Inhale to relax. Find a tall spine again. Exhale, find that engagement as your knees pull your elbows in. And you might find that as you find the exhale, you could curve forward and find a C-spine like a cat in the back body. Inhale to lift up and relax. Exhale, push your knees into your elbows, curl and round. Couple more. So we open the front of our shoulders and our collarbones and chest. Now we're working through the back. Hopefully this feels like a good session for your whole body. Good, and on your last one, stay in that rounded cat spine, extend your hands forward and just take a little shift side and side. See what feels good. Rolling one ear over your shoulder maybe. Perfect. Okay, come back up. Bring your feet in towards center, your knees out wide. So we're finding a butterfly or a cobbler pose. And then here we're gonna press our hands into our knees as they move through center. Inhale to relax back down. Exhale, find that engagement, knees and hands pushing into each other, but this time the hands win. And you might feel this. Inhale to relax through the outer hips and glutes. Really good work for the low back as well. Couple more. And again, if you don't feel anything these first few times, keep revisiting these practices. Keep getting to know your body in this way. And I hope you find a ton of benefit. Good. Find a straddle sit. Extend your legs long and a little bit wide. They don't have to be crazy wide. And I'm going to come up off my prop, but you do you. Find a pulling of your heels back and in towards the center a little bit. Couple of cat cows, sliding your hands up and down your legs, arching and rounding through the back. Just a couple final wiggles and movements. And of course, close your eyes, let it become funky and weird. I'm like swinging to one side. I don't know why, it just feels good. I'm a big side body person. But if you want to stay in your neutral cat-cow, I think that feels amazing too. And let's do one more with your breath. Good. Lean back onto your elbows. They can be on your prop behind you. So you're kind of chilling out in this reclined shape. And then a couple windshield wipers, dropping your knees right and left, releasing through your low back. And make sure your feet are super wide. The next time your right knee drops in towards the center, keep it there. Cross your left ankle over your right outer knee, okay? And we're gonna push out, out, out with our right knee as our left ankle draws it in towards the center. And release back up. Exhale, engage ankle into outer right knee. Pull it down towards the center. And you could lay back for this too. I kind of feel this a little bit more when I lay all the way down, and we're gonna come laying down anyway. So whichever way you feel more, we're biasing our quad here and kind of the lateral side of our thigh towards our IT band. Okay, so we exhale to elongate on the way down as right knee drops in towards the center. And then inhale to come back up and relax. Check your chest, your shoulder blades. See if you're kind of grounded and even through the upper body. Let's do one more on this side. And release your left foot. Take a couple windshield wipers side to side. And then other leg. So left foot is super wide. Right ankle crosses over. We're going to start up. And as you exhale, push your ankle into your left outer knee as you draw that down towards the center. So you'll feel this maybe on the left quad, the outer thigh, towards the IT band, up into your hip flexors. We inhale to relax up. We exhale to engage and pull down. And our quad is associated with forward movement and just like muscles and biomechanics in general. So often when we target this fascia, we might feel just a generalized more ease in our muscles in our body, a little bit more fluid movement. Do about 2 more. Exhaling to pull down, inhaling to relax back up. Good. Release, maybe one or 2 more windshield wipers, and then come to lie all the way down onto your back. Release any props. Let's see where I'm gonna put it. All right, so feel your heels on the mat or on the earth. Close your eyes, find your Shavasana for a moment. A couple of slow and low breaths in and out through your nose. Feeling your body land. And then I like to do some heel rocks here. So our heels will stay planted into the mat, but our toes are pushing up and down like a gas pedal. And you'll feel your whole body wiggle up and down. Be soft everywhere except for the muscles in your legs that are working to bring your toes up and down. So the pelvis is soft, the back is soft, the shoulder girdle is soft, your face is soft. Let's do about 10 or 20 more heel rocks. Rocking yourself into a state of ease and relaxation. Letting your body assimilate all these beautiful changes you've made, or just the gift of being present here. And then release into stillness. 3 low and slow breaths into your belly, in and out through your nose. Expanding through the rib cage and a little bit up into the chest. Eyes are closed if that feels relaxing for you. Let your last breath go. Start to slowly wiggle into your fingers and toes and blink your eyes open. Notice how your body feels. This is a great time to do a little check-in. So if you want to roll gently up to a seat, maybe take a little shimmy shake here. Notice your body now compared to how you started. Or you could come to standing, take a little walk around. Maybe you're a little more grounded in your feet, a little more even on both sides, just feeling a lot of life moving through your body. But thank you so much for being here and for trying something a little bit different. Fascia is amazing, yoga is amazing. How fun that we get to combine them together and do things that are really beneficial for our body and our mind and our spirit. So thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next time.